Hi, I'm Kathy Johnson. Welcome to Town Talk. I think we're going to have a really fun and interesting show today. I'm surrounded by bracelets on the table, and we'll talk about that. I'm wearing the bracelets. I'm having a happy time here with my guest, Laurie Acosta. And I'm going to turn to Laurie, and I'm going to ask Laurie. I'm going to keep you people in the dark a little bit because Laurie's got some story to tell us, and I think you're all going to enjoy it. But I'm going to ask Laurie to tell me a little bit about yourself. Go ahead, Laurie. Where are you from?
Well, I am currently living in Prospect, and I'm actually from Waterbury. That's where I grew up.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's good.
And I graduated from Wilby High School. And once I graduated, I joined the Connecticut Air National Guard.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Yes.
You wanted to be in the National Guard.
I did. Yes,
yeah,
I did.
Well, in my day, women didn't do those things. But I mean, they were secretaries and nurses and things, but they didn't, join.
It's just I always felt like it was something I wanted to do, to be in the military and serve my country. So I just did it. And it was part-time. The National Guard is, 1 weekend a month.
Right.
I did that while I was going to school. I went to UConn. And I also went to Quinnipiac University. I became a registered nurse.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you did all that. Now, how long were you in the military?
6 years.
6 years. And how long have you been a nurse?
I've been a nurse well over 10 years. I worked at New Britain General Hospital, and I did home care for a while.
Oh, so you've done an awful lot of things. Are you still practicing nursing at the moment?
No, I'm not. I actually did a total, complete career change.
So now I guess you're an entrepreneur. You own your own business.
I do. I own a boutique in Cheshire, Connecticut called the Red Owl Jewelry and Gifts. It's just been a dream of mine to always own my own retail store, and I just went for it and did it.
Oh, that's fabulous. I think it takes a lot of courage to open a store and put yourself forward now, and hope that it flies and people are interested in it, and
Yes.
you have things that people want and need.
Right.
What else? What do you highlight in your store? Do you have only jewelry? Do you have other things?
No, we have different collections of mainly women's jewelry and accessories, because we all love jewelry and accessories.
I hope the men are listening.
Yes, we have a gorgeous handbag line called Spartina 449. They're all linen bags and scarves, jewelry, all within that one collection. That's actually one of our best-selling lines. And then we have a large variety of jewelry, gift items, baby items, pretty much anything you could think of that you would need as a unique gift that you can't just get anywhere.
Well, and I've seen, I know your mother,
Yes.
Renata, and we met at church, and I see the bag she carries around, and I drool over it, and she keeps saying, I have to take you to my daughter's boutique. Now, you also sell some things online, do you not?
Yes, we do. We have most of our most popular items that we have in store are also available on our website, and it's www.redowlgifts.com.
Okay, and we'll flash that up every once in a while on the TV screen there, so that anyone interested and wants to contact Laurie can, and anyone that wants to go to, what was the town again?
Cheshire.
Cheshire. I'm thinking of Prospect because you talked about Prospect. Cheshire. And what's the address again in Cheshire?
It's 205 Maple Avenue.
205 Maple Avenue, Red Owl, right?
Yes.
Boutique and
Red Owl Jewelry and Gifts.
Jewelry and gifts.
Yes.
Well, I'm in heaven today. I mean, this is like nirvana, jewelry nirvana, because we have bracelets all over this table, and we have them sitting on this wooden block. We're going to talk about this. But, we say that people have their 15 minutes of fame or 20 minutes of fame. We all have that. Well, I think Laurie was bombarded by being really famous. Her life changed in the last week or so. And I want you to tell us how it began, why, when, and where.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Laurie.
It all started in my store at the Red Owl. I met a local jewelry designer named Tara Mosca. Through, I carried some of her handmade jewelry designs in my store, and
Right.
her and I became great friends.
Right.
And we always talk about gemstones because we both love them and love the energies behind the stones and just what they symbolize and how beautiful they are. So her and I just started collaborating, and together we came up with this line of bracelets with gemstones that support the intention behind each piece. So for example, labradorite, I don't know if we can
Yes,
see it.
if we can get a shot of the labradorite, yes.
Labradorite is a stone for strength and calm, so this bracelet is a hashtag be strong, if you can see that.
Yes.
So before I even go into that, I'm sorry, I skipped the most important part.
No, but it's good to explain the bracelets
Yes.
and the origin of them.
Yes.
You can explain it any way you want because we can, but you go ahead now.
So together, her and I formed this company called Hazel and Harmony. So this is the second business venture for myself. And it's a brand between her and I, Hazel and Harmony, and we've launched this bracelet collection.
So here you hook up with a designer, fairly well-known designer. People have heard of this. And you collaborate with her to do these natural stones with the bracelets.
You got it. Yes.
Because this is wonderful. You see how we're all connected by a little net. They say we all connect somehow,
Yes.
and all these connections happen.
Yes.
So, and I see the hashtags here. Each bracelet represents something about the stone then.
Yes, or the style. So, like we have pearls are considered on the, sometimes preppy, so the hashtag is be preppy.
Be preppy. All right, now I'm wearing something here. Now let me just take these off for a minute, and we'll go on with your story. But
Sure.
I'm not going to tell them we're not going to tell the whole story right away because I want to save the best for last. Now,
Sure.
I'm over here. Now, here's a bracelet that really looked beautiful to me. Let me hold this up like that. Can everybody see that? I'll give the cameraman a chance to get in on that bracelet. Okay. Well, at any rate, this looks like a turquoise bead, or it's a turquoise color.
Yes, it's blue, actually blue quartz
Blue quartz.
going around the side, and the center stone is an agate.
An agate, yes.
And we've done hashtag be grateful because actually like all agates are completely different. Like this is an agate stone.
Right.
So we feel like there's many things to be thankful for in your life. So
Right.
we just they're all different. That's how we came up with that hashtag.
Now you have the one in that. What's the hashtag on that one?
This is be grateful also
Be
because it's an agate.
because it's the agate. But then again, now I'm wearing this one that's the moonstones, which I'm a June baby, and moonstones are kind of used for June people too. At times, I know we've got the pearl, and then sometimes I use a moonstone, and then also the alexandrite,
Right.
which is if a Russian alexandrite, more expensive than a diamond. Now, what's this one? That's
This
the
one is
moonstone.
hashtag be beautiful. So
Oh, well, that's me.
So,
Okay.
and what we've done is something really fun with the line where that each hashtag corresponds with just the center stones. So we vary the stones going around. So when you go into store to buy, this, you'll see if you don't like this combination, there's other varieties, like that's moonstone also.
I
So
see.
there's
You can-
different options.
They're combined.
So each bracelet is unique.
And certainly are. I see this one now. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous one. And it's got like the gold accents. You're doing gold and
Yeah,
silver.
so this is chrysoprase as the center stone, and we just go with the trend. So a lot of our designs are, based on what's colors are in style for spring and
fall and
anything that we feel is trendy. And yep, this is gold stone going around. So
Gold
it's got
stone.
little sparkles in it.
Oh, and that's Be Happy.
Yes.
I can see that for a fall outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Okay.
And then like this is the same stone. So each of our stones, they're different because the gemstone industry
Now, there's a lot of beaded bracelets out there. I mean, you can go anywhere and get a beaded bracelet. You can go into some of the stores that are department stores anywhere and get a fairly inexpensive play around bracelet and all. These are all natural stones, and you put
They
them
are.
together. Is there any? Are there two of a kind? Are there any that are unique and a one of a kind that you make?
We consider all of them to be pretty unique because we do vary the combinations of the stones, and each
Right.
stone is completely different. That's just how the gemstones are. But we do have a line of a hashtag Be Unique bracelet that is we do one of a kind creations
One
that
of a kind.
we select. We call it an artisan's choice.
Is it that the stone is harder to get,
The
or you
stone
only
is harder to get. It's usually a much larger shape stone, so it's a bigger piece. Like this is a kind of an example of a Be Unique bracelet here.
Okay, now take hold that up at the camera and explain why it's Be Unique.
This is it's Be Unique because the stone is you won't see the stone again. The way this is actually a piece of agate, but the design that's in it is like a Picasso.
Right.
So
right.
you won't see this again.
Right.
This is a one of a kind stone.
Okay, and what are the beads that are around it?
These beads are Dalmatian jasper, it's called.
Jasper.
Yes.
Oh, can I wear that for a
Absolutely.
little bit, for a little while? Yes, let me wear this for a little while. Okay. I have to be unique. Okay.
Yes.
That's oh, look at that.
And that's kind of our
beautiful.
message behind the line is to inspire women and men, because we're working on a men's line.
Oh, are you?
We are to be themselves, be inspired, and that's why we've come up with like all these great hashtags. Is depending on what your mood is, or if you need some balance in your life, we have be balanced, be fearless, be confident.
Yes, be fearless. Let me get my glasses out here. Just a minute, Laurie. This one is be glamour. Oh, be glamorous.
Yes.
Well, that segues into glamour. When I think of glamour, I think of Hollywood, I think of movies, I think of beautiful gowns, I think of the fashion police, the red carpet,
Yes.
and all the glitz and excitement that go on in California. Where is that? In front of is it still be at the Chinese Theater or
At the Kodak Theater, I
at the
believe.
Kodak Theater? Okay, I go back a long way. They used to have it at Groman's China or something at the Kodak Theater. Now, Laurie knows a little bit about the Academy Awards, don't you, Laura?
Well, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm going to let you begin on how this. We'll go back to the gal that is the designer. If you'll say her name again for me.
Sure, Tara Mosca.
Tara Mosca. Okay. And you carry her line in your store, and of course you collaborated with her to start making these unique bracelets. So now let's segue into why I brought up the Academy Awards. All right.
Well, through a friend of ours, we were introduced to a publicist out in California, and we had sent her our stuff. And next thing we know, we're getting a call that we were invited into one of the Oscars gift bags.
Wow.
So that was awesome. We scrambled, got everything out to California, and ready for the gift bag. And then next thing we know, we got a phone call that the bracelets were a hit, and they invited us to come down and be part of one of the Oscars gifting suites.
Oh my God! Now, what's a gifting suite?
A gifting suite is it's where some of the Oscar nominees, they come through, directors, press, they come through and basically get their swag, they call it.
Right, right.
So that's basically all it is.
They come through and they pick up their.
Yep, it gives us the opportunity to talk to them and to meet us.
Now, do they have their name on their gift bag, or they just pick up one?
They just pick up one.
In other words, you go by and the gift bags are there and you pick up one. So then I guess you you had the opportunity to meet and see a lot of these stars.
We did. It
Oh,
was
my goodness.
very exciting.
It was very exciting. Now, you brought, we'll go back to that.
Sure.
But you brought in this piece of wood that we're using here, and I'm going to take some of the bracelets off of it. And every time I see a bracelet, I put one on. And, you know, and this one caught my eye too. Okay, now, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but I'm just going to show you that this is a piece of a tree. It's
Yes.
natural wood, and there are signatures on here. You might not be able to get a close enough shot of the signatures. I'll keep them up for a minute. But if you can show us or remember what. I guess movie stars are like doctors.
It's very hard to read
It's
their
very hard
handwriting.
to read their writing. Now let's go like this, and let's see. Oh, my husband's got it. Oh, here, wait. Let me move this way. Wait, because I want this signature that's right there. Tell
This
me
one
who
here?
that is. Who's that?
That is the signature of Alexander Delaneris. He is one of the writers from Birdman, which just won the Oscar for Best Picture. So
Okay.
we were so excited to
That he
meet
did
him
that.
and his wife. Yes.
That's wonderful. Now, can you recognize another name on here?
Well,
that-
here we have Andy Dick, and he was fabulous.
Okay.
And notice I'm naming a lot of male celebrities because they loved our bracelets too.
They did.
They did.
Wow.
So we're working on a men's line also.
Okay.
We have, this is Daniel Baldwin, and actually his daughters were with him, and they signed our
Oh, wow.
our stuff
Daniel Baldwin, right up at the
also.
top.
Yep.
Okay.
Christina Milian and her
Oh,
daughter
let's
Violet.
Lift it up. Yeah. Oh, Violet. There's little Violet's name. Look at that.
So it was great.
Oh, that's fabulous. So now you had this as part of your display?
We did.
Okay, so now it was on the table like this.
Yes.
Like, just as we
Actually,
had it,
just like we had all our bracelets out.
all around it.
This was here, and you know, when the celebrities would walk through, we'd just introduce ourselves and tell them about our line. And
Did you meet any celebrity that you found very interesting, or one that was very talkative? You know, I understand sometimes celebrities can be a little standoffish, where they're out. You don't have to name names if you don't want to, but were there those that were very outgoing, those that, you know?
actually, mostly everyone was very, very nice. Like just like you and I are having
Right
conversation.
here, just like this?
Just like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it felt very comfortable.
Yeah. That's,
Nobody was, you know, acting like they were above anybody. So that was
really
nice.
nice. Now, what were they wearing that day that they came in? Now, I don't expect they were in their gowns or anything, because this was like what did you call the event where they got their gift bags?
They call it a gifting, like a gifting suite, where they
The
come and
gifting
get their
suite.
swag
So
bag.
I suspect that was in the hotel.
Yes, and it was the 2 days before the Oscars.
2
so
days
Friday
before.
and Saturday. The
So
right
they
before.
probably came in their regular clothes or dressed nicely.
Yeah, or they're getting ready to go to their Oscars parties, and they're coming
so they were
through.
dressed at some point.
Some of them were dressed very upscale, and then others were dressed
little-
in jeans and
In jeans
a t-shirt.
and all. I was going to say, did anyone come in their bathrobe and pajamas? They ran
You didn't
across the
get
hall
that.
into the room. Let me
You
see.
didn't
I
get
want to
that.
get there and get my bracelet before. And you know, it's a funny thing that these bracelets were such a hit in this respect. Now here are stars that can have anything they want, most of them, and they probably have some very expensive diamonds and stones and rubies and whatever. But I have to tell you that I understand why people were drawn into this. These bracelets are not. You have to see them in person too, I suppose. But they're not like any other bracelet. They're so beautiful and so unique and so well done, and the artistry in them is just gorgeous. I'm not gonna end the show without my picking a bracelet. You know
Absolutely.
that. You know that. Here, I'll give you back the unique one. I was gonna try to put it in my pocket, but I'll give you back your unique.
Well, that's one of the things that we take pride in, is that it is a handcrafted product.
Yes.
You know, it's made right here in Connecticut.
Made in Connecticut.
With love.
With love,
We
yes.
hand select all of our stones. We just make sure that we're putting out a very high quality product.
And I can see it is. And I'm a jewelry connoisseur. I really love my jewelry. And I'm going to say, is there any one color combination that people seem to be gravitating to for the spring?
Believe it or not, classic black and gold. This was a hit down in the Oscars, and it's just one of the favorites. It's onyx on onyx.
Onyx on onyx. Look at that. Look at that. Can we get that? Am I in the right spot? Let's see. Let me give it a second. Okay. Yep, onyx on onyx. And it's got the black. You know, I'm looking into the straight monitor. Wait a minute. Here we go. Okay. There it is. Look at that. This was the hit with a lot of the actresses there. Look at that. I'll show you the other side. And it's got, what does it say? Be protected. Mm-hmm. Now, is this an agate also?
That's onyx.
Oh, you said onyx. That's right.
Yep.
All onyx. Oh, my goodness.
All the way around, that one's all onyx.
That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Was there another favorite that we? Can you tell me if there was any of the stars that seemed to mention one of these bracelets or grab it?
Actually, we have a fantastic story to tell.
Oh, well, anytime you want. I can't wait.
The Be Grateful bracelet was actually very popular. I think it's because they're all different. This is another
the agate ones, the
yes.
agates, all the Be Grateful. Yes.
And we got to meet Diane Warren, who is a songwriter.
Right.
She actually wrote the song Grateful that was nominated for the Oscar that Rita Ora sings.
Oh.
And she got so excited when she met us and saw this bracelet because she felt like, oh my gosh, it says Be Grateful.
Right.
So
she grabbed it.
And, next thing you know, she took a picture of it and she put it out on Twitter. And we were like, oh, that's great.
Did she really?
Yes.
Was it that color or a different color, or was that
Actually, it was very similar to this. It was a purple stone.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it was.
And so she wore it.
She wore it. She wore it to the Oscars. One of my friends called me and said, did you see your bracelet? And I said, what are you talking about? And she goes, when Rita Ora was singing the Grateful song, when she was done singing, the camera zoomed out to Diane, who was sitting in the audience, and she was clapping her hands, going like this, and on her wrist she had our bracelet with the hang tag on it.
With the hang
just
tag
like
on
this.
It. Just like that.
So it was so exciting because we knew a couple of our bracelets, obviously made it on the red carpet, but
right.
to actually see her in the audience with the hang tag was really exciting for us.
I mean, that had to be such a thrill.
Yes.
Such a thrill.
Because it meant something to her too, because it did, it was what she wrote was the song Grateful, and it felt like there was a connection.
Yep. That is fabulous. Can you think of any other stories at the Oscars that now, were you there at the actual awards? Were you able to be there in that room?
We were not able to get into the actual Oscars presentation itself, but we were able to get pretty close. So it was exciting.
And how about the afterward parties? Any chance of that?
We did go for a little bit to the Elton John party.
Oh.
So that was really nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, now, are they all still dressed in the clothes they wore at the presentations, or have some of them changed their clothing?
I'm not 100% sure, because I think
they
were all dressed in Oscar attire,
all
looked red carpet ready. But I think they changed their. I know if I was watching, they changed their outfits 5 times. So.
Did they really?
Yeah. Was there the award show?
Well, was there one outfit that really struck you? When you see them up close, when you see actors and actresses, they're all beautiful. I mean, and they're all put together perfectly for this day. Was there anything that stood out? Is it the same as when you see them on television? Is it?
It is. It's they definitely look more glamorous on TV, I think. They look glamorous in person, but it's different when you're face to face with someone. It just feels more real.
Yes, because you do a lot happens with lighting and cameras and all.
Exactly.
And actually,
but they all looked beautiful. So
well, actually, it's just the opposite for me. When you see me in person, I'm absolutely gorgeous. On this camera right now with my engineer, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't have this chin. I really have big cheekbones. No. Anyway, so no, I can understand that because you have the lighting, everything is set up so that the gowns can be seen. Was there any particular colors that they were wearing, anything like that?
I believe like the white.
A lot of people were in white.
Yeah. I mean, there was that beautiful gown. I think it was Zendaya wore the pearls. It was all pearls.
I saw that.
I didn't get a chance to see that in person, but from seeing it on TV, that was stunning.
I saw
that was probably my favorite.
I saw that beautiful pearl gown on TV, and that was the one that was missing from her room.
Yes, horrible.
Somebody ran off with it. I guess when they discovered that they weren't all natural pearls or cultured pearls, they decided to give it back. I don't know, but a very beautiful gown.
Yes.
I always enjoy when, it's funny though, as much as you say that might be a superficial part of our lives and all, whenever the Oscars are on and whenever the actors and actresses come on and they're dressed and they come down there and they speak and all, it's very exciting.
Oh yeah,
it's very, very exciting.
Yeah. Just to be part of that was surreal for us.
I mean,
if it's still like, what, did that really happen? Like we just were able to just hop on a plane, go down to California and promote our brand. And
I mean you're going to have a boutique in California.
Well, that's actually something that we're working on that came out of being down there.
Sure.
We found a sales representation agency to represent our products down there so that we can be in stores in California. So we're currently expanding into California, Nevada, Arizona, and Hawaii. So
wow.
This brand will be available down there.
Well, remember, folks, you saw it first on Town Talk. This is fabulous. Now I'm going to look at a couple of more bracelets because I can't resist. Now wait a minute.
Purple has always been popular.
Yes, I have a friend that loves the purple.
So we do our amethyst bracelet in two ways. We have it here with the little small stones, and then we also do it in the big as well.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And both times it's balance. It's all about being balanced.
And these two are called?
Be Balanced.
Be Balanced.
Yeah.
The same. Be Balanced. Now we have Be Preppy, Be Strong. Oh, now this is a nice one. Be Strong. Mm-hmm. Now this is the black onyx.
That's black onyx, and the stone for strength is labradorite.
Labradorite. Very, very beautiful.
So you'll see here it is in a different shape. That's labradorite too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
So part of the fun of shopping this line is seeing all the different color options and combos.
And you know what really intrigued me about these bracelets is that some of the stones are, now I know my stones. I mean, I used to watch the gem show and everything. I used to watch anything that had jewelry or stones or whatever. But I notice on these that there are even some stones that I've never even heard of. Like, for instance, let me get my glasses on here. Wait a minute. There's a like a lapis looking stone, but it's not lapis. Is it that one there or the white? Let's see.
Was it this blue?
Yes, that blue. Now the first thing I thought with this blue was that it was lapis, and let's see if we can get a little shot of this if we can. I'll take my time here, but I'll describe it. It's got the gold. Now, are these gold beads like gold filled or?
They are gold filled. Yes, they are.
Get out.
You're good.
Really?
They are. They're. It says right on our tag too. They're 14 karat gold filled
That's
beads.
that's wonderful.
And then we also use sterling silver filled beads on the silver version.
So you're getting a natural. You're not getting necessarily all man-made. It's just natural stones and some gold in there and some silver.
Right, and our logo bead that we use is another handcrafted product in the United States. So
Now what's the logo
It says
bead?
our name, Hazel and Harmony.
Oh, now that's
Yeah.
nice. Does every bracelet have
Every
a little
bracelet
hazel?
has it.
Oh, let me get my glasses for this. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, very cool. All the other people out there that have their name, Hazel and Harmony. Hey, now tell me, how did that name come about? Hazel and Harmony.
Well,
If you wanna say.
we have a running joke because between Tara and I, we're always like, I'm not Hazel and she's not Harmony, but we really came up with the name to inspire. Like Hazel is the woman in all of us.
Hazel.
Yes, that's our metaphor for that. She's who we all want to be and
Okay.
who she wants to be, and Harmony is kind of the collaboration between Tara and I in this line. So
Hazel and
that's
Harmony.
how we're representing
So that's
it.
representing the two of you, and your partner is again
Tara Mosca.
Tara
Yep.
Mosca.
And another interesting, everyone's like, how did you guys come up with the 3 beads that go on the side of each bracelet?
Right.
Well, I have 2 daughters and she has a daughter also, so it's a representation of our children, really. That's how we came up with the design.
So everything about these bracelets has a meaning.
Yes.
And it's funny that you said that the gal again, and you're going to have to help me with names. It's an age thing, but I'm not into all the stars and all the movies the way I was as a younger person, where I knew all the actors and actresses. So the name of the gal that had her song nominated, tell me that name again.
Diane Warren.
Diane Warren, that was wearing the bracelet.
I hope that's the right name.
No, the one that her song was called.
Yes, Diane Warren.
Okay. And I'm glad you have a little bit of a hard time. Good. Diane Warren wore the bracelet, but she wore the tag on
tag.
it. And remember I said to you, I hate to take this tag off.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, that was wonderful that she wore the tag too.
Yes.
I mean, what a lot of meaning, I'll show the folks if they're interested. Let's see, where was the first bracelet that I picked out that I really loved? Oh, here it is. This is an agate, and this is Be Grateful, and the blue stones again were
Quartz.
quartz,
Blue
and it's
quartz.
got the silver. I think I think this happens to be the bracelet I'm going to take with me, but I just wanted everyone to see it. And I'm driving our engineer here, our producer Wayne Johnson, crazy because he's got to get a shot of this. My hand is flying all over the place. Well, this is the one, and if you can see over here on the side, there's a little bit of the color that's in the bracelet. I think this is a very unique stone, and I love this one. But at any rate, so let's continue a little bit with your story.
Sure.
Oh, you got the word 2 days before the. When did you get the word that they wanted you there?
The Wednesday before
The
the
Os-
Oscars.
And the Oscars were on Sunday. Yes.
Right.
So now you flew out. What day?
Early Friday morning to arrive in California.
Early Friday.
So we
morning.
literally got there, hopped off the plane, got ourselves dressed up really quickly, and headed right over to the hotel.
Right over to the hotel. So now you landed at. Now, forgive me because I'm not always into this, but it's in Los Angeles, right?
Correct.
Well, I got that right. Okay, it's in Los Angeles, so you landed there, and your hotel, I suspect, was very close to the venue where the Oscars were, or did you?
Yes.
Have to
Nope, it was close.
And you were in the same hotel with the stars and all.
Well, we
many of them?
stayed off site, but we, the gifting lounge was in a hotel, so.
So you were with them there.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you had to dress up. So what did you wear?
Well,
Oh my God! You must have been.
we actually were told, kind of suggested to go casual
Yeah.
there. So actually, I wore this top that I have on right now.
Wonderful.
So this was there. And then in the evening when we went out, we did have to get dressed up.
Right.
So I wore a navy blue off the shoulder cocktail dress.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And that was a great evening as well. We met our publicist at another hotel in Beverly Hills there, and we met Tommy Hilfiger. So that was so cool too.
Did he sign on here?
He did not sign on there because it was not this. We didn't have this with us,
With
but his wife did get this bracelet.
She got that bracelet.
Yes, she
All
did.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got the black onyx.
The black onyx.
If it's good enough for Tommy Hilfiger's wife, it's good enough for everybody here. That bracelet.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. This is great. And we have to talk a little bit about, well, we'll go back to the Oscars again, but we'll talk a little bit about where this is in your store, but it's in other stores in Connecticut. Now, your store was in Cheshire.
Right, it's the Red Owl in Cheshire.
The Red Owl in Cheshire. We can get this. They can go online at hazelandharmony.com.
Right.
Okay, and order it online.
Right.
But then there are other places.
Yes, we're actually in 30 stores throughout the Northeast right now.
30?
Yes, we are actually in the midst of shipping out all the spring. This is our spring collection, so we are shipping this out like actually this week to the rest of their retailers.
Are there going to be some in New York?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Maine. Yeah.
Wow.
Massachusetts, Rhode Island. But in Connecticut, there's a great store in Seymour, Tickle Pink.
Oh, my favorite.
Which I think is local to your
Oh,
viewers
yes.
here.
It's a popular place, Tickle Pink, and my little granddaughter loves to go in there. And the other day, she came home. Her mother was picking her up from my house. We were babysitting. And they said, she said, hurry up, we're on our way to Tickle Pink. And Olivia said, okay. And what I didn't know was my daughter-in-law was going down there to get herself one of these bracelets.
Oh, my
That's what she was doing. And later on, when I talked about the bracelet, my granddaughter said, yeah, that's what Mommy went down to get.
Oh, that's
Mama went
nice.
down to get. So
yeah,
anyway.
so they have the full collection there.
Right.
So, and Newbury Place in Southbury.
Right.
They'll be there as well. There's a
So
few stores throughout Connecticut.
we are not here to tell you to buy anything from anyone or
Right.
what. It's just that we couldn't resist today. The prices are reasonable and they are in local stores. And I don't think it's wrong to say that it's at Tickle Pink or it's in New York City or some of the
Right.
places. So I think we can say that. So let's get back to the Oscars a little bit.
Sure.
All right. So what did your partner wear? I'm interested. I want to know what she wore.
She wore a black cocktail dress.
Oh,
as well.
that always
It had
flies.
some layered lace on it,
Mm-hmm.
and and some fancy shoes.
Right. Was there? Well, it's very dangerous to name stars and what you thought they wore and all. We don't want to do that, but I know that white dress with the pearls was fantastic. Was there someone else that stood out to you, or was there a color of a dress you said a lot of white? But
Yes, probably, and this is not from the Oscars, but this is from our experience with the Oscars gifting.
yes,
Christina Milian, she was so beautiful in person and just a nice personality. She's a pop star. I don't know if you know.
No, you're talking to a 67-year-old woman here, and I'm saying it on camera.
She's a popular music star. She's got a show on, I think it's on E! Christina turns it up right now. So she was wearing a very casual outfit, but she looked great. She had on like a pink shirt, jeans, and some really gorgeous heels, and she looked beautiful in person. So, and it was like just having her like put our bracelets on. We were
Was
so
she having
thrilled.
fun with it?
Yeah, her daughter, that everybody loved them. Everybody
Look at this,
loved them.
and to think that you can go to the Red Owl in Cheshire, and you can go online to Hazel and Harmony, and you could be wearing a bracelet that one of the stars are wearing, or
Absolutely.
I mean, really,
Absolutely. Yes.
Talk a little bit about. They're all unique,
Right.
but talk about the ones that where there's only one stone again. Give us some examples. Now, I know we were showing the one that you were wearing,
Yes.
but give me an example of what would be like a stone that's a little harder to get, and you might
Sure. We do, and again, they're all completely unique. So when I say aquamarine, there's one bracelet, like the aquamarine on one bracelet is not going to be the same aquamarine that goes on another.
Right,
They're going
right.
to look different. But we use aquamarine is beautiful. So we're doing a lot with that, especially because the light and airy colors are very in for spring.
Right.
Pink opal, which is gorgeous.
Pink opal.
Yes.
Do we have an example of pink opal here?
I don't. I'm so
But-
sorry.
Oh, that's okay, but that's one of the rarer ones, right?
Yes,
Pink opal.
yes. And rutilated quartz, which
Oh,
is
yes.
a slice of quartz like this with lines going through it.
Oh, I know about
So,
that. Yeah.
We just really look for one-of-a-kind, unique pieces that like speak to us, so
Right.
that we can create with it, create something beautiful, and then ship it out to our retailers.
That is fabulous. So now, what are you thinking about doing in the future? I suspect you're going to stay with the bracelets. Is there anything in the works right now that's going to be like this, or that you would like to share at this moment? Or you want-
Sure. A couple things with my store at the Red Owl that we're working on is bringing in some clothing items, because currently we don't have any clothing, but
Right.
we're working on bringing in a line of some fun nautical clothing items and expanding our lines there. We're always looking for like the latest trends to bring in.
Right.
And then with Hazel and Harmony, we're actually really excited. We're working on a give back bracelet.
A give-back bracelet.
Yes, and actually, it's funny, the stone you picked out, the sodalite, is going to be the stone that we use for this bracelet. It'll be the center stone, a very pretty blue.
Right.
And that bracelet is very important to us. The hashtag is going to be hashtag Be Brave, and we are going to be donating all of our proceeds to a veterans cause. So we're working on that right now.
Let's talk a little bit about veterans' causes. Seeing that you're a veteran, or that
Right.
you've been in the service, what are the biggest issues with the veterans right now that you see, the causes? If you have any thoughts on that.
Sure. I think a couple of the bigger issues are, the PTSD, post-traumatic,
post-traumatic stress,
stress.
yes.
I think that's a huge issue for veterans coming home, and
Right.
I think it's really important that attention is given to that, and that the country is giving veterans the support they need to go through that. It's a crisis for some people, so to get through that and function the best they can. And also, assistance with finding veterans jobs when they're done serving overseas. We're very supportive of those causes.
That's wonderful, because I really think that these young men and women, and older men and older women too, in different areas of it, they go over there, they go wherever they're told to go, they serve their country. You have to say to yourself that we have post-traumatic stress because human beings probably were not meant to be that brutal or see that kind of brutality. I would say it's probably the norm to come home somewhat changed.
Right. It's if you have seen the movie American Sniper, I think that's a great example of a soldier who's overseas and then comes home and is living out their daily life, and the impact that just a noise could make to them, a loud noise, because
Sure.
of what they've been through.
Sure.
So I think it's really important to recognize, that this is an issue, and these we need to support our veterans.
And so the funds from those bracelets will go for causes for the veterans, like
Yes, we're working right now on solidifying which cause the proceeds will go to,
which,
but
how it's going to be done and all.
right, exactly.
Well, years ago in World War II, they called it shell shock. You know, men came home like that, and they really didn't know how to take care of them. And even today, I suppose it's not very much understanding. But I think that we as American citizens have to be very, very much aware that we have to take care of the people we send in harm's way.
Right.
I honestly don't think that we take care of, you know, we're a great nation. Let's put it this way. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else in the world. I wouldn't want to go anywhere else in the world.
Right.
I love this country, and I love the people who've defended it, and I'm an American. But sometimes I don't always think we live up to our creed. We're doing better and better, but I shiver. I hate when I see veterans on the street. I hate when they aren't getting what they were promised they were supposed to get. That's not right, and
Right.
it's not fair.
There shouldn't be a homeless veteran in my
There
eyes.
shouldn't be one homeless veteran. That's right. As a matter of fact, I advocate for brain injury, and it's very easy to take monies away from people that we don't see. This is how I look at it, and I will go back to a lighter note, but as long as we're
Right.
on the subject with the bracelets and all, how I see it is that it's easy to tell the average voter, taxpayer, citizen, when you're in office, and I have a political background, I'm a politician myself, but I'm also an advocate, it's easy to hear the average citizen say, you're taking too much of my hard-earned money. You're throwing my tax dollars around. I don't want it to go here. I don't want it to go there. So the average politician says, well, it's the economy, stupid. It's money, stupid. It's all about that. Now, we can't take money away from this obvious thing, or we can't take money away
Right.
from cleaning the streets. But we can take money away from those who are invisible to the average citizen. And who's invisible? The elderly, the disabled, the veterans. As long as somebody says to you, well, they're somewhere in a building where they're getting 3 meals a day in a nice warm bed. Well, that's no life. What else are they? You know,
Right.
I don't think people understand that there's things they don't see that are hidden away.
Right.
So I applaud you for utilizing something that has become so popular for such a good cause, very selfless for other people.
Thank you.
I have to say, I'm sure if anyone's watching this, they're gonna agree with me. So I interrupted you, and I love to hear myself speak, so I'm going to go back to you.
That's okay. So that bracelet will be coming out in the next 1 to 2 months.
Uh-huh.
And we're really excited to be able to do something like that and to make, potentially make a difference.
Now, will that bracelet be like just a, with just the beads around it like this? Will there be big?
It'll be a bigger, what we're designing right now is a bigger center stone.
Okay.
It will most likely be Americana type bracelet. So it'll be like a blue, white with a little pop of red in it.
Oh, good. So we'll
Yes.
have our national colors and
Yes.
and oh my goodness, that would be
Yes.
beautiful. Well, that was another one of the bracelets that I was gravitating to because this blue goes with everything.
Yes.
I want you to tell me that stone again. I want
Sodalite.
Sodalite.
Yes.
Sodalite. I love the color. It goes with jeans.
Sodalite is for inner peace.
Inner peace.
So it's a good energy to have.
Inner peace. Yeah, I think I need that. I think I need inner peace. So, anyway, let's go back to the Oscars just a little bit. We had other signatures on here. Did you meet any star face to face, or at least saw them in a room that you were happy you got to see, that you might have always wanted to know what they looked like, or like that?
We met Martin Landau from Mission Impossible,
No.
which was kind of like, wow, he's from the guy from all the Mission Impossible movies. So that was really cool. Andy Dick was actually a really cool person to meet. He was really funny in person, and he really spent a long time like talking to us and learning about us, which was cool to have someone they're interested in us as well.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm going to take a little time because I'm hearing that we have about 5 to 6, maybe 8 more minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I can't resist playing a little bit more with the bracelets. So I'm having.
Sure.
You're going to have to help me here because I want one of these bracelets. And
I can tell you that the younger, let's see, like Yara, her name's not on here. Yara from Blackish. We met a lot of TV stars also.
Yes. Okay.
So
tell me which ones they liked.
These smaller stacking bracelets.
Yes.
Were really popular with her, and let's see, a couple of the other TV stars. There was a girl from Sons of Anarchy. They all liked
these ones.
styles.
Let's see
and
if we can get them close.
We're calling
Hold them right up there. Yeah. And we'll get a close up.
These bracelets are our Glimmer collection, and they're just little glimmers of gemstones is where we came up with that name. And they're really fun to layer together.
Right.
And you can mix and match them, and they match. Turn it that way.
Okay.
They
Now
match all the outfits.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So
those were popular.
Again, we have our black onyx. This chrysoprase was really popular. The green for spring, if you can see that. Labradorite, it's just the classic gray. So these are some of our most loved. Fun color.
Can we put up the website again and the place of business if we have that name line? But this is just great. This is just
lots
great.
of fun.
Oh
Lots
yes,
of fun.
there you are. It's right there. If we can read it, I think that this is
redowlgifts.com.
redowlgifts.com.
They are up on that website also, and then also hazelandharmony.com as well. You can learn about the bracelets on there. It has a little bit about our story, and you could also design your own as well there. So you can pick your center stone and pick what color beads you want going around it.
Right.
And just know that we're making them right here in Connecticut. With love. We put love, time, and care into every bracelet.
Yes, and in our local store here, we're right here in Seymour,
Yes.
so I'll say Tickled Pink.
Tickled Pink.
And then there's places that you said again.
And actually, the Tickled Pink has some of our Be Unique ones, and she has a pink opal one over there as well. So
I know, I saw it.
Yes.
I saw that pink opal one over it. Yes, I did. Well, I think I think I'm going to get ready to say goodbye.
Okay.
Laurie Acosta.
Yes.
And your partner again.
Tara Mosca.
Tara Mosca. Laurie Acosta and Tara Mosca, you are living proof that here in a little corner of the world in Connecticut, you met someone, and in 2 days, off to the Oscars.
Right.
Everyone knows about your jewelry now, your bracelets. In fact, one of the stars wore one with the hashtag hanging
Right
off
at
of
the
it
Oscars.
because it was her song. You know what? Warren?
Diane Warren.
Diane Warren. It doesn't get better than that. Life is good.
No.
And on that note, I'll say life is good, and we're on our way out. And thank you for being with us.